Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about horse colic. Horse colic is where horses get a bad gut ache. There's a whole lot more to it. But my horse is colicking. She's got mild colic. She's a little bit drawn up in that area of her gut. She's got low gut sounds. She keeps looking back. She wants to lay down. She's obviously not comfortable. So today we're going to give her some whiskey and water, half and half, 50%. Got about 2 to 3 cups worth that I'm going to give her. She's kind of a big horse, so it shouldn't be enough to get her drunk. It should be enough just to help her out and get her through this. And I'll talk about that a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and help this horse. Okay. Gonna open up your mouth, sweetheart. I know this isn't fun. I know it's not fun. It's not tasty either. Open up some more. Alright. Get it? Okay. Sorry guys, the camera cut out, so I had to use a friend of mine's help to do this. I'm going to go ahead and explain this a little bit. So when a horse colics, usually their guts dry out and a whole bunch of things happen that cause them to have a blockage. And one of the easy ways that you can help them alleviate that is by giving them whiskey and water. Now you can mix the solution half and half, and that's probably the strongest you want to use it at. And just start with a little bit at a time and then go from there. It shouldn't be enough to get them drunk, just enough to give them relief. It does help as a pain reliever as well, and because it draws a lot of heat to their digestive tract, it draws water from the rest of their body to their gut, so it can help alleviate the pain and also get things moving again. It's one of the ways that you can also help avoid a vet bill. And again, she's at an early stage of colic. She does want to get up, she does want to move around, but she does have the gut pain and everything else. So always listen to your vet, follow your vet's advice. If you don't have that option where you can afford that and you do catch the colic early, this is something you can do that will certainly help your horse. So I'm going to go ahead and walk her a little bit more. Also, when you lift their head up, I like to stick my finger in the corner of their mouth like that, and they can open their mouth up. And then you can go ahead and stick your water bottle or a syringe or whatever else, like you're going to do a dewormer. And they have just a space of gums right there, so there's no teeth there. So you can go ahead and stick that water bottle right in there. Get them to lift their head up, because that will encourage them to swallow. So that's what I was doing when I was rubbing my hand down her throat, is just to help encourage her to swallow that and get some of that relief. Now this should work within about an hour or so. I'm going to look at her gut already, and she's not drawn up. It's been about 20-30 minutes so far. She's not as drawn up as she was. She is kind of looking a little bit more relaxed. So we're just going to give this some more time. I'm going to listen for her gut sounds and see if we can get the situation completely clear, but so far she is already looking so much better. So I'll be back in a little bit. That's a good girl. Good sign. You drink that. Yeah. Wash that nasty whiskey out of your mouth, huh? Sorry, sweetheart. I am sorry. Look like you're feeling a little better, though. Huh? Well, she's a little hacked off at me. I don't blame you at all. It's kind of nasty stuff. Yeah, release. There you go. Release. Oh, tail switching, tail switching. These are good signs. Your gut sounds have come back as well. Walking around the back side of you, sweetheart. What I'm really excited for is that standing, she's no longer withdrawn or sunk in her belly like she was. Now she just wants to be untied because you're back to acting like your normal self. She wants to eat, starting to drink. As I said, I think gut sounds have returned back, so these are all good signs that she is pulling out of it. Back to your normal self. Scratch on a post, scratch on a post. Yeah, signs of release, signs of release. It's good. Oh, we got a fart. Oh, we got a fart. We're good. We are good. Thank you, Irish, for farting on camera. I really appreciate that. Okay. And she'll go to the bathroom here within about 20 minutes or so from now. So we have got some success. She's finally went. Her stool's a little dry. The first few piles are normally that way when you get them going again. This is her normal amount. I'm really pleased with this. And then she'll continue to improve from here. Hi guys! So this is going to be a super controversial video. There's going to be a lot of people who don't like it in the horse world. Guys, I totally get it. I empathize with you. I understand. However, there are going to be instances in life where you don't have self-service because you're horse camping, or you are in a town where you don't know anybody, don't know if they have veterinarian services to begin with. Things happen. You're gonna be places where you're not gonna be able to get a vet and your horse will colic. So you want to be able to have something that you can treat your horse and get them better very, very quickly. Let's talk about colic. Colic is basically a really serious gut ache that turned into a bowel blockage. So one of the first signs is the horse doesn't want to eat, they don't want to drink, their gut sounds, the gurgling that you normally hear of digestion, will completely stop sometimes, and when it's stopped entirely, that's not a good thing at all. That's when you know the blockage is pretty bad. They will bite their sides. They will look back at the area that's causing them pain and just pin their ears. They'll pinch their nostrils and their lips and just give mad scrunchy faces. They'll kick their bellies with their feet. They'll lay down on the ground. They'll roll. And that's where things get really, really bad, because when they roll and they thrash around, they're trying to relieve their stomach ache, but what they can actually do is twist their intestines into sausage links. And once that happens, there's no coming back from that. Your horse will die. So you want to make sure that you get colic taken care of ASAP. It is life-threatening. It is the #1 leading killer of horses. So normally when you call a veterinarian, the vet will come out when they can. You don't know when they're going to show up. You can walk your horse, you can put your horse in a horse trailer, something that's going to cause their peristaltic action or the contractions of their intestines to move, so that way they can relieve that blockage. And so there's things you can do that way that will sometimes relieve the blockage on its own that way. But a lot of times it does require veterinary care. So you don't know what time the vet's going to get there. Meanwhile, you have a horse that's suffering, that's going to continue to progress unless you do something. So for me, what I like doing is give the horses whiskey and water. Any cheap whiskey will do. It doesn't have to be flavored. It's actually probably better that you don't have it flavored. Mix it at the strongest, 50-50. And then you can give them a little bit every 20 minutes or so. Listen for their gut sounds. If their gut sounds start returning, if they start showing signs that they're relaxing, like the licking and chewing, the yawning, tail swishing, things that I showed in this video as being signs that the horse is starting to have some relief and that their intestines are returning back to a normal state. Then, if it doesn't happen in 20 minutes or you get those gut sounds to come back, dose them again. Again, if you get them a little tipsy, it's not really a bad deal considering that the horse could actually die otherwise. So, I'm okay making them a little tipsy. That's fine for me, just as long as I know I've saved my horse's life and that they're going to be alright. The whiskey and water, what it does is it heats their whole digestive tract, and it causes water from all their intestines to go to their body and dislodge from like the sides of the intestines, from the top, from the bottom, wherever the blockage is, it's going to dislodge it from the side of the intestinal wall and get things moving. And that's really, really awesome. I found using this method, I can pull horses out of colic within an hour or two, and they're back normal, doing fine. I've used this about 14 different times now, on about 9 different horses. And one of those cases, we had 3 horses colic at the same time. Not sure what caused it. We think maybe hay did, and literally anything can cause colic, which is the real stinker of it all. And the horses had colic for 3 solid days, but thankfully they didn't twist their intestines. The owners really kept making sure that the horses stayed up, that they were moving all the time. So that was a really good thing. And the vet was going to put them down. I mean, they tried multiple times, had the syringe ready, they were going to put them down. And then I got the phone call, "Ellie, we need your help." So I gave them whiskey and water, we walked them. That was the longest time pulling horses out of colic, but I'll tell you what, within about 12 hours, all 3 horses pulled out of it and were back to normal. When the vet came to do their checks to see if they were going to put the horses down, they couldn't believe that the horses actually survived. So, keep that in your hat. Another thing that veterinarians will normally do when they treat horses for colic is give them painkillers and muscle relaxers. The thing with muscle relaxers is for guts to move like they need to, the muscles need to contract and relax. And if the muscles are completely relaxed, it's not going to work as easily as it normally should. So, and it's also a known constipant. So there's 2 things that will also slow down the horse's response to being able to remove that blockage. Another thing is to give them painkillers. Painkillers, again, are known constipants. They'll give them mineral water, which has to go through their stomach and from the top down. And if the blockage is bad enough, then you've just put a whole bunch of mineral oil on top of a blockage, making the blockage worse. However, this does work. This is a common practice in veterinary medicine. It has saved many horses' lives. But again, if you can avoid a $200-300 vet bill and can, just get some cheap whiskey and water and use that on your horse, and it pulls your horse out of colic within an hour before a vet can even show up, then you saved yourself a lot of trouble, and you've also saved your horse a lot of issues as well. Thing is, if you are out in the back country, whiskey and water is going to be the answer. So if you can't call a veterinarian, if you don't have any cell service, if you're on a camp trip, or shoot, in a grid down situation, your livestock are your livelihood. So you want to make sure that they are working properly so they can help you work properly. Now, if you have expensive livestock and you are worried about using whiskey and water, you can actually get a product called Colic Ease or Colic Stop. Either one of those, it comes in a syringe, and you can dose it per your horse's weight. It's like $100 or more, but it is safe for pregnant mares and nursing foals. So if you have livestock like that you want to, make sure that you do stuff right by, you can do that. Most of my friends, people I know, we don't have $100 to drop on something. And for me, since the whiskey and waters has always worked, I just use that. But there are some other homeopathic colic remedies that you can use. And Colic Ease, Colic Stop, either one of those products is great to have on your shelf. And so that way, if you are worried about using whiskey and water, you do have another product out there that will give your horse the same relief. Again, I don't have that option. I don't have a whole lot of money. I'm broke, guys. So I do all my stuff off the dollar store. So, yeah, having some whiskey and water, just make it, cheap, easy, simple, quick. You can do that and save your horse's life very quickly. So again, some people are going to hate this video. Other people who are in the same situation like I am, you are welcome. I hope this helps you and your horse. You can always get like syringes and things like that at some other farm stores if you have access to those quickly. I didn't. I just had a water bottle handy, and I always have some whiskey in my barn. I do not drink. I do not believe in it, but I do believe in the homeopathic medicine properties of it, especially in livestock. So if you like this video, you can come back for more tips and tricks later on. Haters, I get you. I know why you're going to be mad when you see this video, but again, my whole goal is to help save people's and horses' lives with this one. So if you can do that, then great. Again, do things at your own risk. I'm just a YouTube person. You don't know me. You don't know if I'm bluffing or not. So again, when you have charge of your animals, you are the boss. So take care of your stock, and your stock will take care of you. And I hope you guys like this video-ish. And I hope to see you in the future. So come back for more tips and tricks later on. If you enjoyed this, if you found this helpful, then I hope to see you soon. Alright, have a good one, guys. Bye now.